Repeat this process on all three sides. Once all roofs are upgraded, you've conquered the most challenging part. The remaining task is to fill the empty spaces with square roofs. I recommend upgrading these roofs to regular stone for the overhang. For enhanced shooting convenience, you can either install a ramp or position a campfire. The choice is yours. I personally prefer the campfire. With this final step, your base is now complete. Introducing my personal favorite base, boasting a 360-degree shooting floor, a hidden loot room for stashing resources and constructing a bunker when needed, and a clever cheater peak. At first glance, this base appears to be a standard 2x2 structure. It features an airlock as the primary entrance, ensuring complete control over entries to the enemy. The design I've honed over time offers a clear view of your target while remaining concealed from their perspective. Observe how I've positioned an assistant in my place. Their head is entirely visible, allowing you to take them down without obstruction. The concept is simple. You see the enemy while they remain unaware of your presence. This small area serves as a dedicated shooting chamber. The glass window provides a vantage point for both trading and surveillance. Above this area, crates are conveniently positioned for quick resource drop. The shooting floor extends in all directions, ensuring comprehensive resource gathering. Shooting positions are abundant, even behind this door, where additional crates are located on the right. From this position, you can also control the main entrance door. In case these doors are breached, you can even engage in firefights from this location. A spiral staircase provides easy access to the roof, allowing you to adjust your vantage point effortlessly. An attic space offers an additional layer of security. In case of an imminent raid, you can stash half your resources here and transform this area into a bunker. Two drop boxes can be installed if descending to the first floor. Enters a 2x2 foundation, providing space for more boxes. Unfortunately, a bot currently obstructs my view, requiring its elimination. And here's the cheetah peak I mentioned earlier.
Alex!
Ma'am?
I need you to go out there and find my Mac and go in that front room that what your name had shit it on. You took it out there, I think you put it on top of the back of the truck or something. So I can get it clean. Oh, you can make it clean right there with the water. So I can get it back up here, okay? I need it back up here.
Okay.
Not particularly straightforward. The construction begins conventionally with a single square foundation, but subsequent steps introduce complexities. Position the TC on the same side as I did to maximize crate space. This area will accommodate 2 large crates and 2 sleeping bags. I'm aware of my attentive viewers, and I believe you've noticed a rookie error I committed. I neglected to upgrade the double frame. This is the base's exterior area. Now, with the most perplexing aspect of this base's construction, due to the immediate need for a second floor exit, the conventional step-by-step construction approach is disrupted. Feel free to share your thoughts on the base's step-by-step construction in the comment section. The video is released in the morning, and I won't be able to play until the evening. Therefore, any suggestions you might have for step-by-step the key is to avoid any protruding elements. This I should have myself. If you're short on furnace, twig ladder placed below. The single furnace already immediately expand the shooting floor. The process is similar. Place 2 half walls followed by low walls and top it off with a sheet metal ceiling. Create a solid door exit. Furnace. Install it here. Enable the shooting floor.
I'm not killing him.
Completion of the base's 3rd stage. This is how it should appear from the outside at this point. Now, we will embark on the construction of our shooting.
That nigga fast, bro.
Now, you can effortlessly install the glass window from below. This is the proper order. For instance, if you install the glass window first,
yeah, right, bro.
similar to other bases in this video, additional walls can be extended. Another loop could be situated directly above this cheetah peak. If you intend to store valuable items there, upgrade the ceiling to sheet metal to prevent it from being breached from below. On this side, similar shooting position, 2 low walls. Note that instead of a ceiling, I put this a square hatch. Once all upgrades are complete, install the spiral staircase
We're
in
ahead.
this
Stay
manner.
alert.
You can now
Marshal people
comfortably
are no
observe
fools.
your base's main entrance door. The final step is to place square roofs along the entire base's perimeter. The
Oh
placement
my
is a bit
God,
tricky, but I'm
bro.
confident you manage. The only thing to do everyone can utilize the space comfortably. The only exception is that I use the DLC skin
Eyes
for
on
the top
hostile
roof. Preferably to construct them from regular stone without a skin to create an overhang. For better speed
Mission goals
utilization,
agreed.
upgrade
Dispatching teams to mop up survivors.
That's how
GG.
the CIA gets
now
it
that
done.
I've seemingly shown and explained everything, there's one final aspect of this base that deserves your attention. This is the loot room located at the very top. To ensure success, follow the same sequence as I do. Once everything is in place, double check that the walls are aligned and the drop box is installed. This is crucial. On a creative server, I can always redo things if they don't go as planned. However, in survival mode, you may not have a second chance. I managed to fit everything in tightly. Despite its somewhat inconvenient step-by-step construction, this base is my personal favorite. And that concludes the 5th base for today. Thank you for watching the entire video. I would like to extend my special gratitude to all my paid subscribers on Patreon. Because of you, I can continue doing what I do. Thank you for liking, commenting, and watching my videos. Don't forget to check out my other bases, and I'm off to brainstorm ideas for a new one.
She's been looking for insight in that data forever.
Oh,
I'm gonna find it.
hardpoint is secure.
No, I thought you did.
We got the lead. Now hold it.
Oh no. The quickest way from a billion piece of data. That guy.
Watch out! Grenade! Hostile subject!
Our relatives, the buffalo, suffered great discrimination, almost to the point of becoming extinct. When the buffalo were removed off of the landscape, that caused a direct loss of balance on the earth, the grass, the soil, the trees, the water, that directly affected indigenous people. The buffalo are everything to me, just as they were to my ancestors. At one time, the buffalo were our food, our shelter, our religion, our examples of governance, and today we get to live in that way of life once again.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point active. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Hey girls!
Hard point is secure.
We have 28
Enemy down.
buffalo, we
Hostiles have
have
the hard
about
point.
8 or 9 more gonna be born any day now. I think this one that's coming up at the end, she's probably in labor right now.
Come on, you're
The
losing
way
this
that
fight.
she's walking, she's last. She can't run. There you go, my girl. My name is Lucille R. Contreras, and I am the
Hardpoint
CEO
locked down.
and founder of Texas Tribal Buffalo Club. Them are real buffalo, y'all.
Hard point located.
We are
Nice.
currently
I'm going ahead.
in Wilder, Texas, which is in the heart of Greenland County Territory, South Central Texas. Since the early 1800s, buffalo have been removed from this landscape.
captured
We
the
know
hard point.
that buffalo number in the millions, up to 80 million is the estimate right now. And if you
Hard point is
consider
secure.
even 1 million on this landscape, you realize
Ma'am.
how it would have looked completely.
Okay.
Buffalo are one of the keystone species that keeps our world, our beautiful earth, in balance. The buffalo's removal off of the landscape from the northern plains to the southern plains, that resulted in the overgrazing of beef cattle onto the plains, changing the biodiversity. In a short amount of time that I've been living here with the buffalo, I've seen the connectedness of the buffalo and all life connected to the buffalo grow and expand and thrive. We live on this small piece of land, and the only way that we are successfully able to continue managing the buffalo in the way that we are doing is because we do use rotational grazing and regenerative agriculture.
There's grasses on this side that were not on this side, and on this side that weren't on this side, but now that we have the buffalo doing their, rotation, they're actually taking the grass Sorry. Big old thing of hay on her head. And if you just look around, especially right now where they were rubbing themselves, and there's trees over here, and they start using their fur, and their fur will pass on those feet.
Imagine there being 60 to 80 million buffalo here on Turtle Island, otherwise known as North America. And as these buffalo walk, they would walk and rub against trees and leave long locks of fur. And within these locks of fur are seeds like this. And I just love how the buffalo continue biodiversity, restoring native grasses by carrying seeds in their fur all across the land. They're so amazing. When we walk through the pasture that the buffalo have been on for only 4 years, one thing that I'm really so excited to see is like native grasses. Yeah. On the other side of the pond, wasn't there some more of that honeysuckle? So the honeysuckle is a bioindicator. We're definitely noticing that there's a lot of bioindicators that show that the soil, the ecology, the microbes that the buffalo live on and have created are having a big effect on the land. They're improving the land. Some of the other bioindicators are honeysuckle, Texas huisach, Texas agarita. When they grow and they're healthy like this, it shows that the soil is healthy.
Hold the corners, man. Hold the corners.
Buffalo. And this is a native plant too. We have seen so many amazing, beautiful birds and animals that won't dare go where the cattle are because it's all flat. And there's nowhere for these birds and other little animals to hide and live in. And so the buffalo, they don't graze flat and everything level. As they graze, they walk around and they move and they eat, and so they leave these big clumps of grass that become an entire habitat in the places.
Muscles have the hard point.
There were a lot of challenges growing up as a Native American in South Central Texas. In the 70s, I was in elementary school, and I remember our 4th grade teacher telling the entire class there were no more Native Americans in Texas, that all the Indians were dead and extinct. And I remember how much confusion that caused within me, We have
Hostiles
for
attached to the hard point.
generations had to hide in plain sight and assimilate into a larger
Designating LDBR
Mexican
Hard point is
American
secure.
culture for
Hostiles at
survival.
the hard point.
Our people have been so disconnected from so many of our traditional ways because of the loss of land, because of the loss of our language, because of the loss of our culture. When my father told me, mi mamá siempre decía, somos apache, it was like a switch in my
Capture the
life,
hard point.
a switch in my spirit. And from that day on,
Causing concussion.
I've been connected to where I come from, where I'm
Hard
going,
point
and
locked
who
down.
I am. Our people have been
Hard
through
point
so
located.
much trauma, generation after generation after generation, that right now we're like actually living and breathing the prayers that our ancestors
Hard
put
point is
forth
active.
for us to live.
Hard point is secure.
All right, boys, let's go get your breakfast. Come on, come on. Oh my God, I love you so much. Yes. Wow, it's so beautiful.
Deploying
Go
Archangel.
eat your food before your brother eats it. And then you're gonna be hungry later. He's stuffing it down.
Hostiles at the hard point.
He's ready to go.
Grindstone.
This way. Go this way. Oh, this is wild honeysuckle. Wow. It's beautiful.
System neutralized.
Come on.
Little relative.
Hard point locked down.
So delicate.
Hostiles
Beautiful.
attached to the hard
Ugh.
point.
Dry.
Hard
Just like
point
us
identified.
indigenous people. I love
Hostiles
it.
have the hard point.
I love beautiful. Ready, boys? Let's go home. We better get to
Hard
the
point
office. Change, put my
Time's
jeans
not on our side. Finish him. Hard point is secure.
Fun with the dog.
Moving with Archangel.
Incoming subjects.
This pond usually is a lot fuller. Usually comes all the way up to the
Enemy
rim.
stun.
And right now,
Enemy grenade.
drought is really low.
This grass seems a little overgrazed.
Yeah, right here.
So
Hostiles
the height
attached to the
of the
hard point.
grass tells you, and then the color of the skin is how it's
Flashbang.
and
Firing
patches.
Archangel.
So
Hard
it
point
might
located.
like the grass in this
Hard point
area so
locked
that
down.
it overgraze it versus if you look just over
Hostiles
here,
at the hard point.
the buffalo will
Hard point is
actually
secure.
know what they like.
I like to do
Hard
this
point
stuff,
attack.
right? So you put your hand in
Hostiles
there.
attached to the hard point.
Wow. See that? The buffalo air
Identify
restores
Chuck Dodge.
and they restore native seeds and
Hard point
grasses to
locked
their
down.
landscape. But because there is such a lack of water nowadays, we are in a state of drought. So even though there is a lot of grass, if it's not tall enough, the buffalo
Watch
are
out.
not
Grenade.
able to receive the protein they need. Our hope is that we will be able to restore the seed bank, because if we restore the seed bank, that also combats the drought. It's so important for every farmer and rancher to realize that. As we grow more into a holistic way of working with our animals and working with the plants, we truly believe that in the future, buffalo are going to make one of the biggest impacts in the landscape in North America.
We won.
Hardpoint is secure.
We believe in the holistic benefits of the
All
buffalo,
mission objectives
mentally,
met.
physically, and spiritually.
A plan well
Our
executed.
indigenous
Shabbash,
women
Sabko.
suffer the highest rate of gestational diabetes and many other health disparities. Thank you. Meat for Mamas is a program where we deliver meat to indigenous mothers in Texas as a way to combat the health disparities that have occurred.
Why does the 10-year-old deer still keep sucking on a pacifier? Actually, this pacifier is the most terrifying GPA pacifier is meant for sucking, but deer uses it to absorb power without limit. Every time deer attacks an enemy, the more severely injured the opponent is, the more powerful energy the pacifier can absorb from their wounds. This is also why Nanny Bro is worried that deer might lose his temper. Once deer gets angry, the more he attacks, the stronger his power becomes, and the easier it is for him to lose control. Therefore, to gain enough power before attacking enemies, deer will hit the wall. First, he can also absorb power from the damaged wall. Once his power is sufficient, he will then defeat the enemy. Moreover, deer only takes off his pacifier when eating. He never speaks, only expressing his dissatisfaction and anger through facial expressions. Although he stole Rudo's candy, he actually likes Rudo very much. He has another partner named Gita, a 14-year-old girl who is also a member of the kids team. Her human weapon is the T-Rex plush costume she wears, which allows her to transform into a giant monster. If you look closely, her pupils are also in the shape of doll buttons. Her favorite things are monster toys and Rudo, because the 15-year-old Rudo has been secretly recognized by Deer and Gita as the leader of the kids team. However, Rudo seems to be very afraid of Deer. This kid looks fierce and even snatches his food. Even though this is Deer's way of making friends, Rudo doesn't understand. Besides, Rudo wouldn't attack a child who sucks on a pacifier, so he has been avoiding Deer all the time. Among the cleaners, there is another most mysterious figure, the otaku who protects the house, hiding under the quilt and afraid of socializing. Could he be the fourth member of the kids? Why does the 10-year-old Deer still keep sucking on a pacifier? Actually, this pacifier is the most terrifying Jinky A pacifier is meant for sucking, but Deer uses it to absorb power without limit. Every time Deer attacks an enemy, the more severely injured the opponent is, the more powerful energy the pacifier can absorb from their wounds. This is also why Nanny Bro is worried that Deer might lose his temper. Once Deer gets angry, the more he attacks, the stronger his power becomes, and the easier it is for him to lose control. Therefore, to gain enough power before attack.
How to cut an avocado? Easy. Let me show you. Okay? Look. See? Put it in the middle, and then you go around. Easy. Okay? Look. Perfect. That's get rid of the heat.
We got the lead. Now hold it.
Okay?
Team deathmatch.
Okay?
Destroy the enemy. Damn it, we lost the lead.
How to peel it? It's very easy. Okay? The reason why we cut it is so we can peel it. Look. So we come out very easy. Okay? Okay? That's the reason why I cut a little bit on the top. Look.
Come on, you're losing this fight.
You see? Easy. How to slice it, how to get
Neutralized.
You pick it up on the cutting board. Now, okay, nice. Wow, beautiful avocado. Nice, perfect avocado. Okay. How to cut an avocado? Easy, let me show you. Okay? Look. See? Put the knife in the middle. Easy. Okay? Look. Perfect. Have to get rid of it. Simple. Okay? Twist. Look. How to peel it? It's very easy.
Enemy grenade.
Okay. The reason why we cut it is so we can peel it. Look. When it come out very easy. Okay? Okay? That's the reason why I cut a little bit on the top. Okay? Easy. How to slice it, how to get perfect avocado slices. Look. Okay. To pick it up on the cutting board. Look. Now.
Hostile shooter.
Okay. Look. Nice. Wow. Beautiful avocado. Nice. Perfect avocado slices. Okay. How to cut an avocado? Easy. Let me show you. Okay. Look. See? Put the knife in the middle, then you go around. Perfect. Have to get rid of the heat? Good. Simple. Good. Good. Okay. How to do it? It's very easy. Okay. The reason why we cut it is so we can kill it.
There's a spy in our ranks. Watch your six.
That's the reason why I got a little bit from the top. You see? Easy. How to slice it, how to get perfect avocado slices? Well, look. Beautiful.
Hostile subjects.
You pick it up on the cutting board, look. Now, this is how you get perfect avocado slices. Okay, look. Nice. Wow, beautiful. Nice, perfect avocado slices. Okay. How to cut an avocado? Easy, let me show you. Okay? Look. Perfect. How to get rid of the heat? Look. Simple. Okay. Twist. Look. Okay. How to peel it?
Crimson Edge KIA.
It's very easy. The reason why we cut it so we can peel it. So we come out very easy.
Watch out! You're not where do you think you're going? Type down.
That's the reason why I got a little bit from the top. Look. You see? Easy. How to
Backup's
slice it,
not
how to
coming.
get perfect
You want to get out of this
slices?
alive?
Look.
Better step up.
Incoming frag.
Beautiful. Okay. You pick it up on the time board. Now, this is how you
You're
get
the CIA. You think they were just going to let you walk all
They
over?
outsmarted us. Let's get the hell out of here.
Wow, beautiful. Perfect avocado slices. Okay. How to cut an avocado? Okay. How to peel it? It's very easy. Okay. The reason why we cut it is so we can peel it. Look. So we come out very easy. Okay. Okay. That's the reason why I cut a little bit from the top. Look. Okay, easy. How to slice it, how to get perfect avocado slices? Well, look. Beautiful. Okay. To pick it up on the cutting board, look. Now, this is how you get perfect avocado slices. Okay, look. Nice. Wow, beautiful avocado. See? Nice, perfect avocado slices. Okay. How to cut an avocado? Easy, let me show you.
Somehow, my wounded body had healed back to normal again, but it wasn't the same for her. She was still dead by my side. Turns out, while I was unconscious, the Holy War had come to an end. Even after all that time, I was still the same age. I started wandering around Britannia alone, until one day... there she was. Elizabeth was back, and she was standing right in front of me. It seemed impossible. She didn't have wings, but I knew it was her. My heart was so full. but it was one-sided. But she finally opened up to me and showed she cared. One day, her powers were awakened, along with the symbol of the goddess race, left me with no doubt. She really was the reincarnation of my Olympus. Somehow, my wounded body had healed.
Introducing my personal favorite base, boasting a 360-degree shooting floor, a hidden loot room for stashing resources and constructing a bunker when needed, and a clever cheater peek. At first glance, this base appears to be a standard 2x2 structure. It features an airlock as the primary entrance, ensuring complete control over any intruding enemies. This shooting position, a design I've honed over time, offers a clear view of your target while remaining concealed from their perspective. Observe how I've positioned an assistant in my place. Their head is entirely visible, allowing you to take them down without obstruction. The concept is simple. You see the enemy while they remain unaware of your presence. This square area serves as a dedicated shooting chamber. The glass window provides a vantage point for both trading and surveillance. Above this area, crates are conveniently positioned for quick resource drop. The shooting floor extends in all directions, ensuring comprehensive defense. Strategically placing this base near a Tier 1 rad town will Introducing my personal favorite base, boasting a 360-degree shooting floor.
How did I not know this hack for parties? You're going to start with one box of sherbet ice cream, and then we're adding in an entire bag of frozen strawberries. After that, we're coming in with some pineapple chunks and adding that in as well. And then my favorite triple berry medley from the frozen fruit section. After that, we're coming in with some of our fresh fruit like oranges and just placing that nicely on the edge of our delicious punch bowl. Now we're going to add that all across on each side, but this is perfect for any party, any potluck or event. Now we're coming in with some 7-Up. We're going to come in with that lemon lime 7-Up, and we are going to pour that all across our delicious frozen fruit and ice cream. We're going to be generous, but this is going to taste so delicious. Look at that foam. Now we're coming in with some of our country style lemonade and adding that directly into our punch bowl as well. We are generous again, and this is so delicious. It adds so much flavor. Now I saw this white cranberry and peach, and it was absolutely to die for. I had to grab it. And now we're just coming in with a ladle and giving everything a nice mix. You want to make sure that all of that sherbet is mixing in with the strawberries, the blueberries, the oranges. All that citrus flavor just smells and looks delicious. We have to give it a try, and I like to add a little orange on my cup. Go ahead and fill that entire cup up and enjoy. Let's give it a try. Oh, I need a little more. Go ahead and just fill your cup all the way. And this is the perfect drink, again, for any party. So delicious, so refreshing. You have. How did I not know this hack for parties? You're going to start with one box of sherbet ice cream, and then we're adding in an entire bag of frozen strawberries. After that, we're coming in with some pineapple chunks and adding that in as well. And then my favorite triple berry medley from the frozen fruit section. After that, we're coming in with some of our fresh fruit like oranges and just placing that nicely on the edge of our delicious punch bowl. Now we're going to add that all across on each.
When U.S. Army soldiers are on deployment or running field exercises.
So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to approve you for the apartment. You're just short of the 3 times the amount of the rent that is required. So I'm sorry about that. I won't be able to approve you. Okay. Just curiosity. Do most people that come here make $7,500 a month? I think most people have multiple income sources. So, you know, they have roommates or their spouse or just other types of income. I don't think that any one person makes the $7,500 in this community. Okay, so it'll be impossible for a single person to get an apartment is what you're telling me. I don't know that it'll be impossible, but it'll be a little challenging for a